Well, I hope I don't look as old as some of the members were when I first joined, and I thought, goodness, they look old, and they'd been members 50 years, but I think perhaps age has taken on a different aspect these days, but however many years I've been here, I still feel I haven't been here 50 years in a way, but in other ways it does feel like 50 years, because a lot has changed. I didn't know if it was going to be my career or not, but I definitely wanted to play the flute. And my background is that my mother was our mother was an opera singer. I'm the youngest of 4 children, and my oldest brother, Michael, who's also a member, plays the horn. He still does, and he's just had his 86th birthday. And my other brother isn't a musician, but he took up the trombone when he was 60 and is still playing it in church, and he's just notched his 84th birthday. I'm the youngest, and I'd found a flute in our attic that belonged to my grandfather, and I was determined to play it. I don't know why, just because it was there, I think. And I tried playing this flute, but I could only get one note out at it. It was an old Victorian flute. It was wooden and it was tapered. It was conical. And eventually we took it to somebody and found out that it didn't work because the keys weren't in the right place and the pads were rotten. So it wasn't me that couldn't play it. It was an unplayable flute. But I learnt the piano from the age of about 8. My mother started me off, and then I went to a piano teacher who was taught by the piano teacher that I eventually had when I went to the Royal College of Music Junior Department. And it was there that I had my first official flute lesson, so that was September 1960. And my dear Aunt Marjorie Gleed, my godmother and aunt, bought me my first flute, made by Rudelcart, and it cost £23, 10 shillings, which was a lot of money in those days. So Marjorie helped me to kick off playing the flute, and went on from there. I was joint first study flute and piano by the time I left junior college, got grade 8 in both, and when I went to senior college I graduated and got my teaching diploma, the ARCM in flute teaching, and then in my postgraduate year I did an ARCM in piano teaching. And then 52 years later I managed to get another set of 4 letters because they made me a fellow of the Royal College of Music, because I'd been teaching there for 40 years. She was secretary of this society, but she was also secretary of the Society of Women Musicians as well. So as a family we used to meet sort of every fortnight. So it was at somebody's house for Sunday lunch and we switched and swapped. We sort of got news instalments, not obviously confidential bits, but how the day went with her or whatever. And then it almost was automatic that when I had been a professional musician for 3 years, Marjorie thought it would be a good idea for me to join. And I did too. I wanted to join because of her. Mm-hmm. So I got recommended, and here I am. So I've had, I think, 5 different sessions of being a governor, so that's a total of 25 years as governorship. Right. It's quite an eye-opener being a governor to hear the actual details of the applicants, and it really does, I think, make you count your blessings, because you hear of people that are diagnosed with cancer and then one of their children falls ill, and then one of the parents has got a bad diagnosis of something, and the whole world seems to fall in on a family, and it really does make you realise how lucky and fortunate you are if you've broken your leg almost, because there's so many traumas going on, and it's brilliant that the society can help such families, and they know that they will be helped until they can start helping themselves again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And of course, the more members we have, the more, as we know, that more people can be helped. Well, meeting the Queen Mother and meeting Prince Charles, of course, are the sort of social highlights. I think another social highlight was when we had a rather thorough party over in the square. I don't know how many years ago that was, but that was tremendous. I hope at some point there'll be another one of those. AGMs are always, I suppose good fun is the wrong word in a way, but on the other hand, it is a bit like having a business party. You have the business of the AGM, but then you have the drinks afterwards and you meet people that you probably haven't met for months or sometimes years, and it's so good to catch up with them. Yes, because they're not going to get overloaded with help from the state, however hard they try, because there are so many people to help. So as long as this society can help people, I think they should. I think it's a great comfort for members and also non-members to know that the society's here and can help them if necessary.